I'm going to go over a trade that I got stopped out of, and that is GrowGeneration. We ended the day at $1.47, up 2.08%. We are at the middle of the trend. I will mark that out. Change that to blue because that is the color I'm using for 2026. Purple is from 2025. So we are here. We could start grinding sideways, or if we go up one leg, that will take us to one level of resistance and a potential take profit area at 153. Above that, 156. And down the road, we are looking at roughly 158. We have a gap to look forward to at $1.59, but that is, I think, not going to happen anytime soon. However, if we have a great earnings report coming up, we could go there. So keep that in mind because around earnings, as you all know, things get very volatile. So let's get back to here. This is, again, the middle of the trend. Below that takes us to -2 standard deviations at 141. I've already sold the lot here that I owned. And then below that, 138. And at -4 standard deviations and another support area and a potential buy-in area would take us to roughly 135. Now looking left, you can see that's resistance, and then there was a sell-off. Going down is support, and we bounced a little bit, but bled through. And then here is your clear buy signal. On the way up, that's resistance, resistance, sell signal. We made it as far as $1.50 for the day, the high of the day. And then started to give it back. Bounced off of a line I drew, back up to resistance. Always grinding through the middle of the trend, and that's where price likes to rest before it goes to the upside or the downside. It has to slice through right in the middle, and so that's support or resistance on the way up as well. Well, it's resistance on the way up and then support on the way down. All right. Oh, what did I do? I sold out. I was actually in bed because it happened while I was sleeping. I do buy and sell orders, and automatically I try to automate as much as possible. I bought in at $1.40, and I did not reset this because I was busy. And again, it happened while I was sleeping, and it stops me out because I set it at a 5.67% return, and I no longer own this lot. I've sold this lot. I made a profit here, here, and here, traded that 3 times, and then back here, I sold it up here on May the 13th for a, what did I sell it for? A 24% return. I sold out, oops, bought in way down here, sold that lot, and we could reverse down the road, and if it gets down to this level, I will buy in again. I do, oh, right here, I do have some shares that I'd never put a stop loss on. If you are just trading and don't have a huge account to mess with and you have to be very careful about it, always set a stop loss. I'm not worried about it. I will sell again up here, but I'm going to buy definitely down here. These pot stocks are very volatile. I trade MSOS a lot. And last week, I actually made 12 automated trades in one day. That's 12 sells for profit and 3 buys just to buy at cheaper rates and dollar cost averaging some tickers. All right, let's take a look very quickly at Pfizer because earnings is coming up as well. This will be my last one, just very quickly. So we ended the day at 25.03. Let's change the color to blue to notate 2026. All right, where are we? Resistance up here. I own some shares right here. 25.30 resistance, take profit down the road. 25.48, and then after that we are looking at 25.66, the middle of the trend. Let me turn on the magnet. 24.94, this is a level of support where we could bounce off or grind sideways or follow this line down because we are still in a downward channel. And another level of support and a buy-in area, 24.57, 24.40, and roughly 24.21. So looking left, what happened? Oh, I was going to sell at this point. I was thinking about it. I always want to try to get at least 1%. Oops, I got to turn off the magnet. And it did hit above that, but I did not set my order, so I lost out on that trade just to get rid of it. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to sell this lot. There are stocks that I keep forever, and this is not one of them. This is just for fun, so I will set my order. Okay, from here, I want at least a 1%. Where's 1%? Right about there. Okay, all day long that pays more than the bank. Obviously less than a high yield interest account, but I don't need that. Okay, so I could set it here or here. But look, we got to this point here, and that's an area I think we could return to. That area will be defended, and then right above there, I think I'll just set it right here. You can have my share at 25.65. Oh, let's talk about this gap. It closed to the downside in an expected move. That is no longer a landmine to the south side. That was a good buy-in area, but it went lower even. And there are plenty of gaps to play here. So I own this, and I might just get rid of this lot at the next line just to get rid of it because I will be buying down here again. That's how I like to play around, mess around. But I own lots of Microsoft, Amazon, Palantir in the $10 range, VTI. I mean, I have a lot of long-term stocks and then many just for fun that I'd like to trade, other tickers. All right, that does it for me. That is a look at GrowGeneration and Pfizer. Congrats if you own CGC. I do. It's up 4.40%. VRNO up 4.18 at 773. Tilray 464 up 2.2%. Grow, as I mentioned, and an ACB ended the day at 283 up 1.43%. Have a great trading day.